We all want to live a comfortable and stress-free life, like basking in the sun near the ocean in France, or even just sleeping and thinking about what fun activities you're going to do today. What makes dreams like this possible is living below your means. Want to find out how? Then keep watching the video. Number 1, you will be less stressed. It should come as no surprise that money is one of the most stressful things anyone can deal with. Chances are that the majority of you watching already know these effects, some of which include declining physical and mental health, a source of tension between families leading to things like arguments or even divorce, and it can also just be a source of shame when you feel like you're far behind the position you should be at your current age. However, all of these things and other effects can disappear for the most part by simply living below your means. By being organized, having a written budget, tracking your spending, and making sure to save, you'll find yourself not worrying so much about what the next month may bring because you're prepared. You know generally what month to month looks like and how much you're going to spend, as well as having an emergency fund in case of accidents. The only effective way to break free from the fear of the unknown is to make it known. In other words, if you know nothing about your financial situation, learning about it can set you free and make you truly happier. Number 2, you can be more generous. It's normal to think about the things you could do if you had tons of money at your disposal. The amazing thing is that it would be different for everyone. But there's one area where people seem to hover around. It's the fact that they'd be able to give things to the people they love or to help other people in need. For example, I've always wanted to help buy my mom a new home so she can enjoy her life in the country while she practices her hobby of photography. Obviously, if you want to be more generous, you need to have money to give, and living below your means allows you to do that. Not only will you have saved enough for yourself, but you also have a little extra to give others, like buying your partner a gift just because you want to be nice. If you're feeling extra generous, then give this video a thumbs up to show your gratitude. Another element that makes life unique, spontaneous, and enjoyable is the unexpected. There are always going to be good and bad surprises, but the totality of both makes life what it is. But chances are, you'll want to be the one who decides when to take a risk. You can offset the bad risks by being prepared for them, like having an emergency fund and insurance when you can help reduce any worries about bad things happening. On the other hand, by living below your means, you can take calculated risks that you couldn't before due to a difficult financial situation. For example, let's say you have some vacation time in a month and you decide you want to fly across the world to experience places you've never seen before. This isn't a cheap trip, but because you've managed to save money, you can take this chance and enjoy yourself. Number 4, you can enjoy more experiences. Risks in travel aren't the only thing you can enjoy more while living below your means. You can also enjoy more experiences day to day. For example, when it comes to saving, it's best to avoid eating out as much as possible. But when you're comfortably living below your means, there's no reason why you couldn't enjoy a lovely meal out. Another example could be that you can buy more things for yourself that you normally couldn't due to a lack of money. However, it's important not to go overboard, as the key factor is living below your means. Number 5, you can be more creative. One of the cool things that living below your means is that you have a place to channel your creativity. Firstly, you'll likely come up with unique ways to save for your lifestyle. However, if you need a place to start, subscribe to Investors Weekly to find plenty of videos to help you get started with saving. Secondly, you'll get more creative with ways to enjoy yourself, so you save money. For example, going out with friends and family often isn't really viable when you're looking to live below your means. However, you still want to have fun times with your family. Fortunately, there are plenty of free resources available for entertainment. Firstly, watching YouTube videos is a great way to have access to tons of free content, like this channel. You can also use your local library to rent out movies as well. Also, make sure to do a Google search for any potential fun activities near you. You'll likely find something you never heard of before. Number 6, you can live more simply. Living a complicated life may seem like a satisfying life, but that's not usually the case. Typically, the more hectic life is, the more stressful it'll be. One of the things that living below your means does is that it helps you live more simply. To go a step further, it helps you entirely focus on what matters the most in life. Since living below your means will require you to avoid spending a lot while simultaneously saving your money, you'll find that you have a lot more time on your hands. You'll likely notice how there are fewer things in your home too. Instead of becoming worried about having nothing to do, embrace it and use it to enjoy quality time with family and friends, as opposed to being absorbed in something that takes your precious time and money away. Number 7, you can invest in yourself. For many of us, learning is associated with school, and while education is a great asset to have, it likely wasn't very enjoyable to spend hours and hours studying. Not only that, but it's likely that you didn't enjoy every single class you took or subject you studied. Here's where learning or investing in yourself is different. Instead of having to follow a strict and rigid structure, you can focus on skills that you know will better you. For example, you can take a course to learn a skill you've always wanted to learn, or you can even learn a new skill that you can leverage for a side business. The options are endless. You can never go wrong with investing in yourself, and it's something you can enjoy properly while living below your means. Number 8, you can save for a big purchase. There are things we want in life that are very expensive. A brand new car, a new house, an expensive vacation, or even just an expensive item like a powerful computer. However, since these are really major purchases, you need to make sure you have enough saved up so you can make those purchases at all, especially without going into debt. It can be tough to save enough time that you can make your own dream purchases, but the quickest and easiest way to do this is by living below your means. With total control and management of your finances, you get to decide how fast or slow you want to accomplish your goals, as opposed to feeling like you're at the mercy of your paychecks. Number 9, you can prepare for emergencies. Emergencies are always the scariest. You never know when they're going to happen and how much they'll impact you. For example, let's say that your furnace breaks in the middle of winter and how you're freezing in your home. This is a scary experience because your home can't be heated properly. But it's also scary because furnaces are very expensive to replace. It's one thing to be freezing cold, but it's another to add to the fact that you may not have enough money to fix it. Fortunately, this can be avoided. Living below your means that you'll have extra money left over at the end of every month. And since a big part of living below your means is saving, the first thing you'll want to do is build an emergency fund. Typically, people will save a minimum of 10%, and a higher number will mean that you save faster. So just think about how nice it would be to not have to worry about the stress that an expensive emergency would bring. Did we miss a reason that living below your means makes you happier? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, you can live in the present. The phrase living in the moment has been around for quite some time now. However, it's not less important than it was many decades ago. It seems that we feel our happiest when we can really immerse ourselves in a moment or experience. Once worries like, when do I need to go to the store next? Or how much is gas today? I need to fill up my tank. Or even, how am I going to make my mortgage this month? Start getting in the way? There's no way to enjoy a moment. But when you live below your means, these worries fade far into the background. The reason is that when you account for every dollar you earn and allocate it to the best way that suits your lifestyle, then small fluctuations in prices or having to go grocery shopping are expected and don't change the fact that you have solid footing and you're in control, obviously making life much easier and happier.